How is it going, everybody? This is Sean Barnes. I want to welcome you back to the Way of the Wolf. On the show today, I'm going to be talking about something very real and very challenging that we all have to contend with, and that is politics in the workplace. And I don't mean Democrat versus Republican. That's a whole nother topic that I'm not going to get into. But I'm talking about those politics that occur within your organization, the backstabbing, the bickering, the rumors, all of these things that occur that are just toxic to an organization and actually slow the entire business down. I would love to sit here and say that there are businesses that are immune and just don't have politics, but the reality is, every business has politics to some extent. I think they are more prevalent in larger organizations than they are in smaller organizations, but I have seen them pop up and rear their ugly heads in small businesses as well. So what I want to talk through today is how we as leaders can navigate those politics, work through them, and actually come out better on the other side. We can lead our teams through these challenging waters to have an ideal outcome that's good for the team, for the business, for yourself, and for everyone involved. Really, what this comes down to is strong leadership and accountability. If you work in a large organization where politics are just rampant and they're everywhere in the business, start paying close attention to where the political hotspots are. Do your best to avoid those hotspots for now. We're going to come back to that, but I want you to avoid those for now. Where we need to focus on is the area that you can make a difference, where you can positively impact and positively influence the people on your team or the teams that are close to you and in your proximity. We all have this fear of influence where we can make a positive impact. That's where I want you to focus on. And even if you don't have a leadership role, now this is much easier if you have a leadership role and title, but even if you don't let that stop you from trying to make a difference. You have to lead by example. And this can be tough. To go against the grain in an organization that is run by politics, or that there's a lot of these types of issues that come up, but it can be done. You can be that beacon of light and hope. You can be that positive influence and set the standard for everyone else around you. When you see those types of negative behaviors coming up, whether it's gossiping or backstabbing or even withholding information for whatever reason, pay close attention and start thinking through how to navigate conversations with that individual or those people to move them in the right direction. If you hear people gossiping, just say something simple like, hey, let's focus on the project at hand. Let's not worry about who's doing what with who. Let's focus on the project. Let's just go ahead and get this stuff done. And usually people will say, God, you know what? Sean's right. Let's just go ahead and get this stuff knocked out. Again, not always easy, but talk about stepping up and leading, to not be afraid to go against the grain and do something positive. And that's the name of the game, is small positive shifts in the right direction. And what will happen as you continue to do this day after day, week after week, month after month, you're going to start building some momentum. And people around you will start to see, hey, maybe maybe Sean's onto something. There's certain things that are out of our control that we can't really do anything about. And that's tough. It is. But we can do something about the way people are talking, how they're responding to others. Let's start focusing on making those positive changes and shifting that perspective. Okay, one other thing that I do want to touch on. As a leader, as you start working through this process, once you achieve enough momentum, this is something that I would highly encourage you to start focusing on delegating to your team, delegating to your peers. Where we're headed is trying to create an environment of group accountability, as opposed to you as the leader having to be a hammer and come down and tell people, hey, y'all play nice, y'all be good. Once you start building that mindset within everybody in your team, and you empower them and you support them when they try to change the conversation to the positive, they're going to appreciate it, they're going to value you, and they're going to want to do it that much more. And that's the name of the game. You've got to completely shut out the negativity and be that beacon of hope and light and positivity in the organization. When you do this, you're going to start to see productivity skyrocket, because people are going to be more focused on getting the job done than they are bickering back and forth. They're not going to be wasting energy and time and effort complaining about this person or that business or that district. They're going to be focused on doing the right thing. They're going to be speeding your business up. And we know speed and agility are king when it comes to creating a successful organization. So start thinking through this. Start thinking through where are those areas that you can make a positive impact. And when you do start building that momentum, this is like a flywheel effect. The more momentum it builds, the easier it's going to be for you to impact greater and greater pockets of the organization. And once this positive environment reaches enough mass, you will start gobbling up those hot spots that were horrible that we touched on earlier. You've got to stay diligent. You've got to keep at this. It's not going to be easy. And don't think that you've got to do it alone. Find other people in your team, business, or organization that think like you, that want to make a positive impact, to start shifting the entire focus of the culture from one of being a toxic environment to one focused on positivity and delivering results. All right, that is all I've got for you today. Hopefully this has been beneficial. Hopefully you're able to take a few nuggets of information and this might help you out. If you want to chat or talk about it, feel free to reach out to me on all the social media platforms, _Sean Barnes. You can email me, Sean@thewayofthewolf. I am starting to work on a podcast website. So, I'm going to find somebody to build a podcast website for me. So I'm really looking forward to getting that up and running. If you could do me a favor, please share this with one person. That's all I'd ask. If you could share it with one person that you think might find value in it, I would really appreciate it. It'll help us get the message out there and see if we can't start making a positive difference in helping more businesses and teams and organizations be better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got for you. Thank you so much, and y'all have a good one.